Hey, I'm Dr. Sloan with Gymnast, and today we're going to talk about one of the most fundamental ways a gymnast can protect themselves as well as increase their performance, and that's focusing on their breathing. So let's chit-chat about the two different types of breath that we're going to look for. So if a gymnast lays on their back and they take a breath in, that's most often what we're going to see. So we're going to watch the rib cage flare and the chest raise way up. And that's called an apical breath, and that's not going to be the most advantageous way to breathe for a gymnast. Instead, we want to see what's called a diaphragmatic breath, or what I like to call a belly breath. So instead of this heaving up, you'll see the abdomen rise and fall. Think of an infant. Back in our baby days, our bellies would rise and fall here. Now that's using our diaphragm to breathe, and our diaphragm is the top muscle of our core. Now our core starts here, finishes at the bottom, and it's wrapped 360 degrees around. And that diaphragm sits right on top, and when it contracts, it pushes down, creating what's called intra-abdominal pressure. Now the intra-abdominal pressure hugs the spine and keeps it super safe. So that's one way that they can work on their safety. But how about their performance? When our core is nice and stable, again, our core is started from the top down. When it's stable, we can transfer energy very efficiently. And that makes us a little bit more springy, more able to bound across the floor without sacrificing and losing our shape during tumbling or running or vaulting or any kind of leaps or jumps. So the way you can test your gymnasts is lie them all on their backs. I like to prop the legs up, arms out to the side, or they can go arm on their hand on chest or hand on stomach, and they're going to take a breath in and out. And again, what you're looking for is their belly to rise and fall. This doesn't have to be so exaggerated that they're showing you their lunge like out there, but you certainly don't want to see their ribs flare and their back arch up off the ground. So again, take a breath in, down low into the belly. If they're having trouble with that, give them some stimulus. Give them a little weight. We're talking 3-5 pounds max, or they can apply pressure themselves. Take that weight, put it low on their abdomen, and tell them to breathe low into that weight and push that weight in between their knees. So I'm going to press down. I'm going to breathe low. So I'm trying to breathe almost in between my legs. All right, if you're still having trouble with it, take the ball away, prop their legs up on something that's stationary. It makes it a little bit easier for them. Tell them to close their eyes, relax their body, and just breathe low. That's a very fundamental way to learn. Now you can make it more advanced by taking your support system away, and you'll lay flat, you'll bring the legs up. I like to train the feet in a flex position. We don't train that very often in gymnastics, so I take advantage of it when we can. Here, we're trying to push the ribs down towards the ground, and again, breathing low into the pelvis. What we don't want to see is the arch, or the back arch up off the ground like that. So again, that's one of the most fundamental ways a gymnast can attack their safety as well as increase their performance, is to just change how they're breathing. Take it from their chest and move it down into their diaphragm, down into their core. If you'd like to find out more, go and visit us on www.gymnastfix.com, and I'll see you then.